Hello guys and girls, Visitor Thread Elf here, and welcome to another reading video. Let's skip the small talk, shall we? As always, recommended, if you're under 10, let a guardian or parent watch this before you are with you, and it's scary material. If you're under 5, don't watch at all. So, I think I got that out of the way now. So, warning, this will definitely get gory as we go into part 3 of S1, The Meaning of Life. What was that noise? Thought Specimen 1 as a long sharp tone came through the air. It sounds like death, it thought, and crawled up to the window where it was a small hole in the bottom corner. I need to know, it thought, and smashed at the crack. I need to know why. It hit again, and small trails of blood came from its hands. Why they made me. It hit again, and now it broke. The hole in the glass had made the cracks spread over the glass, thin as silk, but enough to break the glass, and as ice to a hammer, the glass shattered, and the creature hurled out. Running at all four, it got through the corridor and to the window. Looking in it, it saw an empty tank with the top of the glass shattered, and now the sound was louder than ever before. The creature smashed into the room with just a few hits on the glass. Clearly, this was not well guarded. Why is this not as safe? Thought the creature. But in that very moment, a red light went on, and an alarm started. The ceiling must have been rigged for this. The creature ran towards the shattered glass, slipping on a trail of liquid from the tank. Quickly, it found a table to hide under, and tried to keep calm so its heart would not make too much sound. After a few moments, S1 heard the sound of feet and wheels coming through the corridor. And soon, also voices. There were three persons there. Two of them were walking, but the third was in a wheelchair. Something S1 had not seen before this moment. What the hell is this shit? Okay, everyone, I am horribly sorry for this, seeing this is uncut, but I have to go and grab my fan. And I'm sorry, but I don't think you can help at this point. The Amazing Fan. Every YouTuber needs this. A good fan base. I want to kiss you all right now. Because you're all so bloody adorable. Okay. So, with that plugged in, we'll flip it on. And, where were we? Yeah. S1 hadn't seen before this point. What the hell is this shit? Asked one of the men, leaning at the table with a long gun in his hands. We have to wake up at this time, he kept on. Let's just get done, Shed, said a man in the wheelchair. His voice was dark and it sounded like he was old. We have our job to do. Let's move. Seeing you're so uninterested, you can stay here, Shed, in case the freak is still here. Shark, you're coming with me, he said, and he and the other man walked and drove away, leaving the man who appeared to be named Shed at the table. S1 stayed under the table and waited, but then a trail of warm red blood slipped out from under the table. The wounds on S1's arm was bleeding too much, and now the trail at the feet of Shed and he saw it. Looking down, he saw the trail of blood. "What in the world is this?" he said, and looked under the table. "Dear God," he said, but S1 had already taken action, jumping into the man's face and pulling his lips and shins out to the sides, trying to make as much damage as possible. The blood covered the walls, and with the speed that Test had trained S1, stabbed his claws into the chest of the man. It felt the beating heart, and it felt how it stopped. "I'm not like you. I finish fast," it thought. But then it felt a projectile hit its shoulder, and looking around, it saw the man in the wheelchair. He had no legs, but he held a long gun in his arms, and with a patch over his left eye, he was a fearsome sight. S1's vision blurred as behind the man in the wheelchair, the man named Shark came up and put his hand over his mouth before vomiting to his side. "Be glad it was not a bullet," S1 heard as he fell back into the darkness. Freak. And with that, we conclude S1's story, part 3. I loved writing this, I can remember, because finally I get to do some gore, which is more relieving than you probably can think, because you get out a lot of anger. But with that out of the way, I hope you're still enjoying this, and as in the previous episodes, if you get any scares after this, I am horribly sorry. I apologize if that happened. If you want to make fan art of this, feel free to. I always enjoy your fan art, by the way. If you feel making fan art, you don't have to ask me for permission. Just do it. Just do it! And with that out of the way, I'm Mr. Thread Elf. Subscribe for Plus and Majestic. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Stay happy, and until next time, see ya! Ow. Hi, S1. Ah!